Hi Aerial Yogis, I'm Camille and welcome back to my CamiyogAIR Aerial Yoga channel. Today guys, we're going to learn a short ankle flow with a lot of heart openness, very graceful flow. Not as complicated, but yet still involving quite a lot of strength and flexibility. Quite fun to learn. And by the way, if you would like to learn more tricks, sequences, you might be interested in my online course, level 3, with over 200 tricks and sequences, like a database for them. So you can just check it out down below and on my website, all this information. But other than that, we will now start with this flow. I assume you already warm up. If you're not yet, so check out this playlist for the short practices, my aerial yoga practices or warm-ups, just to get your body going, since we will instantly go to quite intense back bends and leg openers, so that you won't overstrain. So be warmed up, ready for your body. So just in case, pause this video, jump into your short warm-up, and then continue with this trick and sequence. And if you're ready, let's just make sure that the silk is around your hip height, and then we will start. So let's climb up onto your loop and pull yourself up. Okay, so the whole sequence starts from here. And first of all, what we need to do is wrap our ankle. So there's two ways you can do it, easier and a little bit more advanced. So the easy way would be that you just from doing it alternatively, leg one after another. So you're bringing one leg to the front, to the side, and in. Remember when we're doing like a prisoner pose with a foot lock, so it's kind of similar. So the front and outwards and inwards. And then you're just a little bit pulling up to let your feet slide down, that your silk would be just by your ankles locked in and tied it up. Now the other way how you can enter is when you pull yourself instantly in the air and then wrap both legs at the same time around the silk. So this one was the easier way. Now if we come back onto the loop and wrapping your legs, so the more advanced one would be you holding yourself, pulling yourself in the air, and then going around and in, and instantly readjusting that your ankles would be in. So this one is of course faster, but it's more strength involving. So once you entered your ankle lock and tied it up, first pose that we're moving through our sequence is Cobra pose, heart opener, deep back bend. So arms slide up over your head, elbows forwards. Now we're moving the chest and the hips forwards, lifting your head up. If you want, you can slide a little bit lower, but don't go too deep, because it will be hard to pull yourself inwards afterwards. So just not overstrain or not let go of yourself. Don't go too deep, okay? So don't go full power, even you feel that you can. Just somewhere in the middle. So just one more time. So chest forward, looking up, straightening your feet into point. And then you're pulling yourself up with your hips in, but leave your arms to the front. And now open your arms to the sides as if you're doing airplane, but we're actually just folding forward into L-sit up, and legs kind of closing down, right? So we're moving the upper body towards the legs into this fun shape. Now let's push your legs down and slide up, not all the way that you won't fall, and grab one side of the silk at a time. Bring your elbows behind. So we're coming back into the main pose where we started. From this one, we now decide on the sides as we're moving to the Warrior 2 pose. So we will pull ourselves up using our arm strength and open the legs as wide as you can. Now let's make sure that we're bending only the right knee. Okay, I will mirror you. So right knee bent, left leg straight. Okay, so pull up, open your legs, bend the right knee. Okay, so you should come into this floating lunge. If you're here already, don't just keep on trying, then we're opening the arms to the side, but make sure you're leaning towards the silk, so with the arms in it, otherwise you might fall, okay? So just, or one arm maybe, okay? And we're looking to the front to open up in a strong warrior shape. From the warrior, now we will slide backwards into the sort of like split or pigeon hybrid pose. So in other words, split with a bind. Now, we need to lean back, and we will now untwirl and unhook this bent knee. So the right leg will need to come out. So to do so, first of all, leaning, you a little bit slide, take your foot out, yeah? And now you will feel the silk is under your knee, right? So we need that the silk ends up over your hips. So bring your leg forwards, let it slide. So it should end up under your back, under your waistline. And this is where we find the bind. So right foot, right hand, and opening up, kicking back, open your heart and hips. Or maybe bending that left knee, as you wish. Whichever shape you want to create. Even if you're ready for the deeper poses, you can do sort of like a Padasana, where you flip your toe and foot towards your head. Once you're done, releasing the bind, we're coming out with the shoulders, turning away from the left leg, holding just one side of the silk, and the weight into the leg, into the final split, standing split. Ta-da! And this is our sequence. Now let's try on the other side, okay? And then we will do the final 2 times in full speed, or in other words, 1 breath, 1 movement. So let's come again onto our loop. Pull yourself up. Choose which way you want to come. I will just remind one more time that either you go with the leg one at a time to the front, side, in, front, side, in, and then slide down to the ankles, or you pull yourself up, around, and in with the ankles instantly, so you won't need to readjust. And the first pose is Cobra, so one more time. Let's bring the elbows forwards, push your chest up, look up the ceiling, coming back with your hips through the silk, but arm stays where they are, just opening up, sliding through your armpits, and folding forwards. Now coming a little bit up, not all the way, find the silk, okay, come back with your elbows, and we're now opening to that warrior 2. This time left leg will be bent, okay? But first we need to open as if we're doing middle split or wide angle. So pull yourself up, open up, bend your left knee. Okay, once you're in your lunge, maybe opening your arms to the side, just lean forwards to the silk, look towards the left side. From your warrior, finding the silk. Now we're moving to that bind, split with a bind or pigeon if you're bending your knee. So we're sliding, we're leaning back, unhooking your leg. Now push your left leg forward to slide with the silk over your back. So over your hips and onto the back. Then finding the bind with left foot, left hand. Maybe bending the knee, so more like pigeon pose. Maybe flipping the toes into Kapotasana, deeper back bend. Once you're done with your expression, we're letting go, release our shoulders. We're turning away from the hooked leg, so towards the left side, and lean into your back leg, into the standing split. And there you go. Now, if you feel that you feel irritation and squeeziness through your armpits, especially when we do L-sit up in the air, just make sure maybe that you would wear long sleeves as I do, like a crop top or something like that, that, you know, you won't feel that uncomfortable feeling. Although it's just that one pose, right? It's not that many poses that you might feel that squeeziness. So just in case, next time, make sure maybe longer sleeves, or maybe you don't care about it. So whichever. Okay, so now we will move on. I hope you got the sequence more or less. We will go more into more full speed. In other words, more connecting poses to one another and feeling that flow. And it will be a little bit even probably easier to unhook that leg from warrior 1, because warrior 2, sorry, since it kind of comes everything together. Because the slower we go, the more silk tends to lock it in, and it's not as elegant or smooth transition. But when we're doing a little bit faster, it's always, you will feel it, that it's easier to move around and instantly slide into that split with a bind. Okay? So let's come on to the loop. you can choose whichever way you want to enter your ankle lock. And let's meet over here. Okay, and let's start the flow. So breathing in, breathe out, push your elbows into Cobra, breathing in, pull yourself with your hips and open your arms into airplane L-sit. Breathing in, coming up, find the sill, come back with your elbows, right side, warrior two. So pull up, open the legs and bend your right knee. Open your arms, breathing in, breathe out, find the sill, lean back, unhook the legs, slide forwards and find the bind, opening up, maybe bending the other leg, maybe flipping the toes into the Kapotasana. Deeper back bend. Release and unhook your shoulders, turn away and lean back into the standing split. And that's your flow. So I hope you're enjoying so far, because now the last time on the left side, and then you can take a rest. So let's meet again onto the loop, this time connecting even the entry together. So the flow starts once you're on the loop, okay? So just catch your breath and let's start it. Pull up and wrap around. Breathing in, breathing out into Cobra. Breathing in, coming in, and slide down into L-sit. Breathing in, finding the sill, and open up to the left side. Warrior two. From warrior, unhook the foot, slide down, find the bind. Maybe bending the knee, maybe flipping the toe. After that, let's release, turn away from the leg and into the standing split. And there you go. I hope you had fun with this one. Let me know how it went for you. Was it challenging? Was it easy? Did you do any other extra poses on the way? Because it's always possible to do way more. And there's so many possibilities with aerial yoga. I keep on just creating some of the poses just while practicing and so on and so forth. And as always, all the information about my online courses or live courses here in my studio in Lithuania or about the silk shop down below in the description or on my website. And other than that, thanks again for practicing with me. And I'll see you soon, flying yogis. Bye.